Welcome to race 9 for real this time. With my absolute first choice of track, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We have our 9th race of the season, so a really important one. Of course, the 10th one will be when we cut off the bottom 7 drivers. I needed to think for a second there. 7 drivers, and we'll continue with the top 16 for our playoffs. Right now we have Mecha Spider in the lead next to Kawai McDesu on second. He really needs those points, so this could really help him. Chelmino in third, Quadful in fourth. Also 2 cars that could... Quadful doesn't really need them right now, but if he wants to make it to the higher top ranks, then he definitely appreciate the boost. Chelmino definitely one that needs quite a few points. Jazz Cranston in... Wait, where are we now? 5th! Sorry, just the last name in 6th. Brian Henderson in 7th, and also Joseph Peter Bingham 8th. Avensis Flowerchild 9th, next to Jaffa Cake in 10th. So, I mean, she has the number 10, so she got it right. Winston Meadow in 11th, next to Noah Niola, Chiquito Milka, and Scott Matthews in the row behind them. Super Bingle and Alana Bordel. Afrobauer Alabi next to Winfrey Schrock, the Avenger, and Speedy McZoom in the third to last row. Waven Quanwell in the second to last next to Jane Sen, and in the very last place, this right now second place in the overall standings, Fast Boy. So we'll see how this plays out. This will be pretty interesting. Very important race. One of the, if not the longest track in the race calendar, which is also an oval and not the normal track, normal race track basically. Of course, we'll watch the formation lap from the back again to see if anyone has a failure early on or any issues. So far, it doesn't really look like it. They're not really in line, but that is not a problem. I think I've been playing The Walking Dead for the last 4 or 5 of your streams. Wow, you are determined for those chivis. 7, 6. Waven, please. Neon. Is it just jerky for me? Don't tell him it's still framey. Why? Why? Is it better than Talladega? Is it better? Is it like bad or is it fine? Let me pull it up on the stream again on my phone. Yeah, it's fine. I'd say don't. I mean, if it is bad, then just tell me so I can fix it. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe my PC just isn't. Maybe I have too much shit going on in the background. Yeah, it's a bit framey, isn't it? But I'm not brave enough to close things. Actually, I'll be brave. Give me just close Chrome and hope the game didn't shit itself. It didn't. It's a little better. Okay, cool. Hope it's fine now. I close Chrome except for my chat logo, chat window. It's absolutely fine for me. It doesn't skip any frames on my, or it's not really any choppy. It's pretty smooth for me, so it's pretty weird. Agree, it's watchable, but still a bit framey. All right. Let's go racing, boys and girls. Race 9 under the way, might be a bit framey, I'm very sorry for that, but it's apparently out of my control. Really weird, because most of the other tracks went fine. We have a bit of collision already, holy shit, that was fast. What the wow. Who? Do we have yellow flags? I'm not sure, because nothing really happened. So we had Speedy McZoom collide with Jane Sen there, basically. Speed McZoom on the outside, getting hit a bit by Jane Sen on the inside, turning them out, drifting a bit through the first corner, that also hitting Fastboy, who then spun around. We don't have yellow flags, so yeah, that was just a thing that happened apparently. All 3 cars involved seem to be fine. Let's see. No, is one of them going to the pit stop? Fastboy now a bit formed and quite far in the back, so Jane Sen and Fastboy definitely quite a bit in the back now. Need to make up a lot of spaces now. Mecha Spider is still in the lead. rigged. It's not rigged. Not yet. I did nothing wrong. You came a bit closer on the inside. Sherman on second. Jess Cranston third. Brian Henderson fourth. In front of Brian. And then this Flautschale fifth. Kermit Desu down to sixth. Groffel in seventh. Vincent Miller in eighth. Shakita Milka and Scott Matthews in number 10. So, yeah, actually, already a pretty interesting race already. A bit of drama right at the beginning, right in the very first lap. Good thing we stayed right in the back of the field there to see that unfold. I was really lucky. No need, hashtag no need for that. There is need for that, it's fine. Where are we? We're on 10th, yeah. So that means Peter Pinkelman in 11th right now, which is okay for them, I'd say. Just the last name at 12th, which would probably mean quite a good boost for them for their quest to make it to top 16. Noah Niola in 13th, which yeah, they are pretty much through as well. Afobara Alabi, who really need those points as well as Jaffa Cake, who, if she wants to make it to a bit of a higher position in the end, needs to start racking up points now. They were pretty far up at some point, then fell down quite harshly. The Avenger also not out yet. Technically, they are pretty far behind the number 16 spot, but they really want to make a miracle, really big miracle happen. They had a big change in the middle of the season, and now they are out for blood. Raven Cornwall in 17th right now, so they really need to make up some spots. They are pretty much locked into the top 16, but they really don't want to be one of the first cars to be cut in the first round. Vincent Meadow there had a bit of a contact with Abara, seems to be fine, but that definitely slowed them down quite a bit. So Indianapolis seems to be a pretty touchy track. Super Bingo quite far in the back. She is right on the line right now, so that's not good. Lana Bordell also pretty close to the line. Raven Conroy gets passed now by one car, two cars. Winfrey Schrock starts to come back to the field actually after that little problem they had. Raven Conroy now getting just passed by everyone. Is there something wrong with the car? I can't really see anything. And they're turning left. But it's a rectangle this time, it's not an oval. Go Pinkelman, I believe in Santa Cruz. Up to 8th already, fuck my life. That's fine. Jane Sen still in second to last. And Fastboy with a pretty big dent in his car on the last position. Macaspy still in the lead. Cheryl Middle right on his butt. Jazz Cranston third. That would be a bit of a surprise if Sharon Meadow made it actually to the finish in a really high position. Would really help them because they're right now in 21st. Actually, about 20 points down from the line. So this would really give them boost and definitely make them a contender to stay in the game, stay in contention for the championship. Jess Cranston, a car that's right now in 6th overall. So they really need the points if they want to catch Flower Child and make it to the final four and not fall out earlier. Brian Henderson, also a car which is pretty much locked. But of course everyone wants points still. It's still very important for everyone to get some more points in. Because they all, of course, only want one thing, and it's disgusting. I mean, it is the MIRD trophy, and I think we had a pretty big crash there. That looked not that those skid marks didn't look right. I think I also saw a yellow flag, but I don't know. No. Do we have a problem? I saw some really mad skid marks there, but it looks like nothing really major happened. Maybe there was a bit of a kerfuffle. The 3 Yorkshire Dragons in the top 4. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, we have like we have a top 4 which consists of all 3 of the Yorkshire Dragon cars. Really strong showing right now. Rounded out only by the MIRD unincorporated car of Cheryl Mid in second, and then the Slow Child 5th. We have an attack by Kabai Mektesu. They are not dead yet. They do want to live. They are 50 points down to the line right now, but they definitely want to stay in this. this could be the underdog story of the century. Quadful also making it past Flower Child. Not a good corner by them. Down to 7th. Just the last name in 8th. Pretty good position still. Definitely. You don't need the big results. You just need good, consistent results to make it to the top, and that's exactly what he's trying to do here. Pinkelman in 9th, right on his tail, still in the chase for they are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th right now, so in a good position to make it to at least the 3rd playoff round, which would be a bit pretty big surprise considering how they did at the start of the season. Definitely pretty disappointing. Made quite a jump. And Flower Child seems to be taken on the inside again. Last name might be passing, not quite yet. Oh no. Please. Oh no. Oh, that was such a good race. Oh, it crashed. I hate what's the thing called when you just press the shift button too often? I hate that much. I hate that. I hate it. I'm so sorry. Sticky keys, yeah. That booted me out of the game. Because I have a really nervous finger. Sometimes. Like, I usually can control it. It usually doesn't happen. It happened once last week. And now here, so. I hate it. Who even needs sticky keys? I don't think you can turn it off, but...
Drivers, to your cars.
Alright. We have the same leading car, so that's at least something. Alright. Welcome back to Season 2, Race 9 on Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We are already in the start, which is, I guess, fine because we have a really long lap ahead of us, but I'll go through the cars quickly. Mecha Spider in the lead right now, next to Winfrey Schrock, just the last name, in 3rd. Next to Abara, just Bingaman next to his teammate Kawai McDesu in the 3rd row. Vincent Meadow next to Cheryl Meadow in the 4th row. 7th and 8th. Super Bingle in 9th next to Jaffa Cake in 10th. This is the same. This is the same thing. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, guys. We had the same row. It's fine. The Avenger in 11th. Jazz Cranston in 12th. Brian Henderson 13th next to Scott Matthews in 14th, Evans Bloodshed in 15th, Shakita Milka in 16th. After that we have Noah Neola and Speedy McSimson. We have a bit of an issue here apparently with Raven Cronwell not really being in the spot he should be. He seems to be in, I don't know, I guess in 20th next to Alana Bordell. Jane Sen, Fastboy and Gropful in last. Raven Corner going back to the pits. There is something wrong with the 59 car. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's unfortunate. What's going on? I don't have any info yet. Let's hope they can... Just a small issue and they can drive out again. I don't see any smoke. Are they trying to go onto the track again? I'm not sure. I think they just... Do they have to... I'm not sure. They have a red flag, so... They're definitely going into the pit. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We have a start. We'll check in on Raven later. We have a start going on right now. Hope Cornwell is fine. The car is good. Going into the pit right now and just having a pit stop apparently. Really early pit stop. Something wrong with the tires. So maybe it's just an issue with some of the tire nuts or whatever. Small issue. Maybe that they are not fastened enough. Hope they can still make it back. fine and still get a good position out of it. Mecha Spider keeps the leads right now. We have yellow blinking lights. I'm not sure if anything happened. Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, we have a bit of a something here. Definitely Scott Matthews with a damaged car and some cars pretty far in the back that usually aren't that far in the back. Let's see what happened here. Not issues, am I right? Oh yeah, that was a kerfuffle if I ever saw one. So yeah, let's play this back. Scott Matthews right in front of Avengers Flowchild, who seems to be involved in this. Yeah, just losing grip of his car basically. Whoops. Let's get a better. Avengers Flowchild basically just losing his car in the fast corner, hitting right into Scott Matthews, who in turn stops Jazz Cranston right in his track. I don't think anyone else was caught in this. But those three cars definitely in issues. Avengers Flowchild basically the best one out of the three. He makes it out the best. The safety car driving out already, so we'll definitely have a safety car lap. Doesn't seem that definitely benefits Raven Cornwell. They will definitely have a bit of an upper leg here, because they will now be back on the back of the grid. The pit stop they had will not be as bad. They should be actually right on the tail of the pack again. So that's pretty helpful for them. That little issue he had will basically be just a non-issue now. Y'all need to get some grip, mates. Yeah, safety. Yeah, we have a safety car lap 2. Basically turn 2. That was turn 2, I think, of lap 1. Excuse me? That car went through that car. It did, don't worry about it. No regard for safety car. Did Ram just through the safety car? He did! And that's just the magic of safety cars. It's fine, don't worry about it. Yeah, we have a bit of a safety car lap now. All the cars, of course, lining up. It's gonna be interesting to see who will use the chance to go into the pit. Maybe one of the cars that have been involved in the crash. Just Cranston's behind, and yeah, all the behinds of the 3 cars that have been involved. Not looking so good. But else, it seems to be fine. Flowchild also a bit of a hit on the front right. I don't know how that will hit performance. Cornwell making his way to the back of the pack. So yeah, he's definitely the benefactor of this. So he will not be that far behind. He will just be in last basically. Everyone seems to be going to the pit except Fastboy right now, which is pretty interesting. That might mean Cornwell. No, Cornwell also goes into the pits, which is sure. I'm just this game. I'm third. Can we finish up the safety car? Disqualified. Yeah, apparently we'll have a bit of a pit stop situation in the second lap, which is definitely something. Indianapolis already treating us pretty interestingly. They just turn in and turn out. And I wish I knew what was going on. I wish. I wish I knew what was going on. Yeah, nothing really changed in the pits. Scott Matthews, Raven Cornwell. So Scott Matthews behind Cornwell now. Avengers Flowchild still with a really pretty back. Baby got back. Maybe a few positions changed, but it's still the beginning of the race, so that doesn't really matter with its K now. The frames? So we just needed a crash in the safety car, and it's fine. Okay, cool. Has the stream frozen? Oh, I didn't see that. No, Peter needs to get some more points. Points! Dude, he'll get some points, probably, maybe. Let's see how many laps will go on the safety car. We're now on lap 3. So definitely 3 laps, basically, of your life wasted. We didn't have a crash in quite a while on the MIRD, so definitely a breath of fresh air, I guess. Thanks to Avengers Flowchild for providing, basically. Yeah, it doesn't seem that the safety car has any interest in turning into the pit lane any minute now. It's a pretty long track, so we might get another one in this state. We could actually fast forward a bit. Might as well. Just because it's just a safety car lap. Yeah, we'll have at least one more lap under the safety car. I lost the place. Baby rage. Or just too angry, I guess. Feel like, oh god, I'm getting burpy again. Oh, daddy's getting burpy. All the cars seem to be in line again, so I'd assume that the safety car is going to turn into the pit lane any second now. We'll have the race resumed in lap 4, I believe. Should be lap 4. Oh, whoops. Yeah, lap 4. Oh. Now we're in real time again. Cool. Good stream. What do you mean good stream? Great stream. Amazing. Best stream you'll ever see. If it wouldn't lag like crazy. What do you mean good stream? Also, Raven can't complain about me now. Me crashing is gonna probably save his ass. It really is. Safety car still not going back into the pits, which is interesting. Yeah, so this is the code standing. Raven Cornwell basically not really lost anything despite having a really big issue at the beginning. Now 22nd in front of Scott Matthews, who really cannot afford to do bad here because he's really close to the red line. Flower Child 21st, definitely a car that can still come back. Seems a lot smoother now, hell yeah. Flower Child in 20... What happened to... How do you die under the safety car? A Bauer goes into the pit. Why? Why do you go into the pit now? Okay. Cool. Thanks. Anyway. Bad safety car. Safety car now trying to go for first. For number 1. Safety car is definitely a good contender to make it to the playoffs. Why is it smoother now? I appreciate it, but why? I don't get it. I'm so confused. Yeah, let's hope the safety car decides to turn into the pit lane soon, so we can actually have some racing, boys and girls, and maybe not have people crash every fucking corner, because every crash we saw so far was one of the freaking Team Pepega boys. First it was Jane Sen in the race that never happened, and then it was Flower Child. So yeah, maybe it took a while to wind it up. Oh yeah, the hamster needed to wake up. Just wait until the next box stop. I'm gonna be top 5. It would be funny if it wasn't true. He had a bug on his windshield. yeah, probably a Bauer with that bug on his windshield. Definitely want to get rid of that. Don't want any distractions. Safety car now going back into the pits, apparently. So we'll have one more corner under yellow, I believe, and then the cars are allowed to accelerate again. I might be talking total bullshit. I don't know when they are allowed to go. They seem to be accelerating again, so we are on the green again. There's the red. There's the line. No, Fastboy leading the race in front of Mecha Spider and Winfrey Schrock, just the last name, in 4th, right in front of Karamic Desu. Cheryl Meadow in 6th. 7th we have Super Bingle in front of the Avenger, Peterman in 9th, and Chiquita Milko in 10. Nola, Bordel, Grodful, Janesen, Vincent Meadow fell back a bit, I believe. I think they were a bit farther in front. Jaffa Cake right now in a battle against Speedy McZoomzoom. Cake seems to have a bit of an upper hand on the inside there. Cake, McZoomzoom going really wide, really wide. Definitely, that's not how you defend the position. Brian Henderson and Jazz Cranston, and also Raven Conwell, who might be the Cinderella story of this race, depending on how they finish. Now taking a few names up to 19th, I believe. Bauer also able to take Jazz Cranston on the inside. Bodell, Flower Child in the still in the back of the pack, just such as Scott Matthews. Is that it? Scott Matthews lost 20 feet. Yeah. Okay. Who the is Peterman? Yeah, I said it. Right, he's Pinkelman, not Peterman. I said it all the time. I said Peterman. I don't know why. It's so weird. Fast Boy right now still in the lead in his 21 pink polka dot badly drawn snack company car, going over this track known as the brick road, because the start and stop is actually laid by bricks. You might be able to see the start and finish. You might be able to see a bit of a reddish tint to it. That's why. So you're not confused. That's that. That's explanation for that. That's actually made with bricks. We have really packed front right now. 6 cars, or more 5 cars, really close, really neck and neck behind each other. Don't really want to go wide, any wider than needs to be. Winfrey Schrock now making way for Jess the last name. He really going for the push now in third, taking Schrock on the inside, who really had not a great turn there, not a great corner. Making moves, boys. Hell yeah. Yeah, Fast Boy is starting to get a bit of a head in front of Mecha Spider. At least that's how it looks like. Now we have that big double turn, followed by that long straight. Just the last name again seemed to be trying to push out of that draft, but not quite being able to make use of it. Maybe in this corner, going on the inside next to Mecha Spider, but not quite enough speed. This could also be a really interesting story if they make it into the top 3. That would pretty much secure, or at least make a playoff appearance for them. Really likely. Might be pushing out their teammate Super Bingle, but at the end of the day, it's everyone for themselves. Kawaii is also making some moves right there. Up to 4th, I believe, on the inside next to Winfrey Schrock. So they also a car that really needs a miracle in both races, really, because they are so far in the back to make it still to the top 16 right now. Pretty much 50 points down to number 16th. So just the last time just took Mecha Spider for second actually. So they absolutely took them now on the hunt for the lead actually. Just the last name might be in it to win it, boys. That I am allowed to say that is pretty interesting. What is going on in the back? Pinkelman getting taken by Avenger and Nola right now, down to 8th, I believe. Bordell in 9th, next to Winfrey Schrock, who fell down a lot of positions, down 10th now. Godful might be able to push him out of the top 10 actually. Chiquita Milka and Super Bingle also eyeing up a top 10 position, but right now too far away. Just the last name losing crew positions again. I guess a few bad corners here. Down to 5th now. Oh, they were a pretty good contender for actually taking Fast Boy, but that's what happens on this track. This track is really unforgiving, really fast corners, really fast straights. So if you're not on the top of your game, you just lose a position. Down to 4th, behind Kawaii Mekdesu, who is definitely not dead yet. They really want to make it happen. They want to have the miracle happen. Now we have a first line of pit stop, it seems like. Mecha Spider and Kawaii Mekdesu all going to the pits. These are the cars that are not pitting yet. Mecha Spider on the lead of the cars that are pitting. Flower Child also in the back. Scott Matthews not pitting yet, so we'll see how this plays out. Where is the pit cam? There we go. So Mecha Spider, Kawaii Mekdesu, and just the last time, definitely the cars to look out for here. See in what order they leave the pit lane again. All in the front of your eye right now, basically. Mecha Spider in the number 2 car right in front of you. Just the last name in the purple and yellow car, and Kawaii Mekdesu in the rose car behind that. We have Pinkelman going out pretty fast. That might be taking some of the lead. Not quite taking Kawaii Mekdesu actually. Oh no, that was Bodell. That was Alana Bodell. I'm very sorry. That looked like Speedy. That looked like Pinkelman for a second. Mecha Spiders of the pack that is that wasn't the Pox. Still in the lead, just the last name. McDisu actually still in third. Bordell going really wide there, out of the pit lane. What was that? Now in fourth. Rejoining with a few cars that haven't pitted yet. I believe they have not pitted yet. Where are my pit lane boys? Alright. Yeah, a few cars that are still in the pit lane. That's Fastball going out first out of them. There we go. Let's see where they rejoin the pack of the cars that were already in the pit lane. What is this short-cutting horse shit? Didn't realize Grosjean was in this race. Liam is so mad. Leaving the pit in last place feels weird, man. Yeah, feels unusual, man. I was so excited. It's on performance enhancing. Liam is so excited. I love it. Where is everyone? I thought we are gonna have a rejoining moment. I guess not. Huh. Everyone died. The end. So this should be the pack. Should be leading pack. Mecha Spider should be in the lead. In front of Pinkelman, actually. Quad full in front. So we're now having them pass the yellow brick road. So what does it say? 8 for Mecha Spider. We still have a few cars that haven't pitted yet, I believe. Yeah, Jansen, Cornwell also not pitted yet, so they are also going to the pits now. So yeah, those spots aren't final yet. Don't worry about it. No, they're coming out right now. I'm so confused. I'm actually really confused right now. I don't know what's going on. Fastboy in fourth. Abauer is now in the pits. Who's the first? What's going on? Apparently Abauer in the lead, who should be in the pits now. Cornwell and Jane Sen, who also haven't pitted yet, I believe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll just wait for a few laps before I announce anything. But Fastboy seems to be the benefactor of what happened. He was, of course, in the lead anyway, so a pretty good pit stop seems to have secured that space for him and him alone. We are now on lap 15. We are past the halfway mark quite significantly. A few laps past the halfway lap. We might not see a second pit stop. I'm not sure. Might do, might don't. I hope we don't, because that will benefit freaking Deeper Pega again. Because they will just take less pit stops. Just take one less pit stop again. We are now going past the yellow brick road, and that turns Fastboy into second. Who's first? Fastboy. Okay, never mind. Fastboy is in the lead right now. So now we have our final standings, or not final standings, but our actual standings after one pit stop. Fastboy in the lead, in front of Noah Niola actually. Sharon Meadow in third, Guapful in fourth, which is big surprise. Raven Conwell made it up to fifth, really good pit stop by him. And miracles do happen. In front of his teammate Kawai McDisu, Mecha Spider down to seventh, really disappointing. Looked pretty good that pit stop, but I guess they had a bit of a fight there, and that really took him back. Jane Sen 8th, just the last time in 9th, but we know that what he can do today. He is really committed to making up some spots. Joseph Peter Pinkelman in 9th, and Windfish Rock in 11th, actually. Pinkelman is in 10th. Whoops. Windfish Rock, Avenger in 12th, Chiquita Milko, and Super Bingle in 12th, Alana Bodell down to 13th, Speedy Make Zoom Zoom and Jaffa Kick, Alana Bodell, Jess Cranston despite his damaged rear in 19th. Vincent Middle 20th, Abauer in 21st, but Flauchild still in 21st, not really making up any spots. Not looking good for a championship contender. Scott Matthews in 23rd, in the very last spot. Back to our leader, who seems to have quite a lead, so we'll go back to the second place, who's actually in a bit of a fight right now. I'm fucking 9th, I hate this. We're not done yet, Liam, don't worry about it. Cheryl Murdo in second right now, having a bit of a trail behind her. Godful in third, and also Noah Niola in fourth. So this is pretty interesting because Sharon Meadow, like I said, one of the cars that's really far in the back actually. Definitely gonna take Abara here if she actually ends up in a position this high. Definitely overtake them. Might actually make it into the top 16. They have been at Meadow and Sharon Meadow 21st. So this would definitely be the lucky break she desperately needs. Woodfall in a good position to position himself in a good spot for the finals. Noah, of course, also one of the cars still in contention for the championship. Right now, where Evans Child is struggling, they definitely need those points. Cornwell in right now the best car of the Auguri Hill trio. Can definitely still do with the points, as well as Kawai Makadesa, who, like I said, needs a freaking miracle to still make it into the playoffs. But this 6th place is a good start. Jane Sen in 7th, still Mekaspan 8th, Finkelman 9th, and just the last name now in 12th, down, overtaken by Avenger and Super Bingle. Seems to have a bit of a problem with the consistency. Doesn't seem to be doing that well consistently around the laps. He has some really brilliant laps, but some real stinkers in there as well. That seems to be the issue with the number 13 car right now. I have no problem with being the last since my lead is big enough anyway. Yeah, the lead of Flower Child definitely a pretty commanding one right now. But if with them in almost last and Fastboy the 2nd place actually in 1st, that will definitely shrink quite significantly right now. I don't think we'll see a lead change. I'm not sure how much the difference between 1st and last is, but that will definitely shrink the lead by quite a lot. Especially because Jensen also is. No, it's not that far back. Never mind. Well, at least I won't need to watch any more of these streams of this one. Your car will still be in the games, Liam. I want Schrock safe. That's the goal. Winfrey Schrock is definitely in a really difficult position right now. In this race, he is actually in 12th. Last name down to 14th. What's going on with the number 13 car? Seems to be struggling since the pit stop. It's really unfortunate. A really nice fight for first, for second as well. So that's a bit unfortunate. Maybe, hopefully, they'll be able to make up some spots again. We're now in lap 21. Time is running out. Winfrey Schrock, Pinkelman getting overtaken left and right here. That was a good maneuver by Schrock. Of course, really unfortunate for Pinkelman. Jane Sen still in 7th, right on the tail of Kawami Desu, who really needs every point. So they are defending with their life depends on it. Raven Cornwell is still in 5th. Might be able to take Nola here on the inside. Definitely in the mood for a fight. Trying to give it peeps to see if they can overtake Cheryl Meadow at 3rd and Godfall in 2nd. They are getting slower, are they? I'm not sure. It kind of looked like it. Let's change the cam to see if there's a yellow flag. Doesn't look like it. No, we have green flags going on. Just looked a bit weird. It's fine. Fastboy definitely losing a bit of grip, a bit of position. We only have a few laps to go, so they shouldn't be in any issues to lose their first place. But we're seeing a second pit stop. We're seeing a second pit stop here. Raven Cornwell going outside. Fastboy, everybody's going for a second pit stop. Jane Sen overtaking now on the outside. We are seeing a second pit stop. And this is huge. But Flower Child apparently was already in the pits, now going out again. Definitely really important here. We'll need to see what Jane Sen and Cornwell are doing. If they are also pitting. There's Cornwell in the traffic right now. This is huge. I didn't think we'll see another pit stop. We're now in the second to last lap. Is Cornwell gonna pit or not? Is he actually just going to make out with the victory? Is this the highest of the century? It is not. He's going for the pit lane. Yeah, that's the pit lane. What's about Jane Sen? Jane Sen with the heist of the century again. I hate this game. It seems to be the heist of the century for Jane Sen yet again, without the second pit stop. Going for the lead right now. I don't think they're going for a pit stop in the last lap. That would be ridiculous. So if they don't crash with their really worn tires now, that will be the victory for Jane Sen and Team Papega. That would be huge. Was almost excited. Yeah. We'll need to see, as of course the late pit stop really shook up some things, so we'll need to see who is in what position. But that seems to be the victory for Jane Sen now. In the last lap, that should be the checkered flag for them at the brick road, and Jane Sen wins yet again due to not pitting a second time. Yep, that's the checkered flag. That's it. That's that. Cool. Yeah, we need to see who finished where now, because it's pretty hard to tell. Seems to be Cornwell in third, Fastboy in fourth, Godfall seems to be fifth, Nola, Kawami Desu with eighth, Cheryl Murdo in seventh, and Fish Rock. 22nd. Alright. Yeah. So, yeah, Jane Sen wins. Bauer in second, actually. Also didn't pit. Really bad race, but now in second. That was super important for them to make it to the top 16 still. Raven Cornwell in third. Fastboy in fourth. Godfall fifth. Noah Neola in sixth. And coming to 7. Sharon Murdo 8th. Winfish Rock in 9th. Streetmix in 10th. Avenger. Milka. Last name still 13th, so that's not that bad. Alana Bodell in 14th. Pinkelman 15th. Mecha Spider. Super Bingle. Henderson. Jaffa Cake. Jazz Cranston. Vincent Meadow, Flowchart, and Matthews. I'll need to export this. Race _9. I almost didn't. And I believe that this is it. Yeah, cars are now turning into pit lane. Not that bad. I was fighting for the fucking lead till the game screwed me. Liam, you seem a bit mad. Alright, cool. Let's see what that did to the standings. Standings should be whoops, what's going on? Should actually be accurate. Yeah. So yeah, that's the race standings, of course. Fastboy with the most laps led, 17 actually, to be precise. That's a pretty big number, isn't it? Jane Sen, Abauer, and Cornwell, but all with 2 laps led. Jane Sen, of course, takes the victory here, 180 points in front of Abauer. Jane Sen might be able to actually get a pretty big leap on their teammate here, on Flowerchild. Fastboy as well, making quite a few points up. Godfall 5th, really strong performance by them as well. Noah Neola, Kavari Desu with 7th, 146 really important points to them. Cherry Meadow as well. Winfish Rock. So this is basically the day of the underdog a bit. A few of the more top cars definitely struggling here. Let's see what that is. Nope, didn't want that. I'm sorry for the whip, for the headphones. Single race oval. The oval standings. The Avenger still with the red lantern in the very back. I believe Pinkelman seems to do better when I'm not around. Nah, stay here. It's fine. We still have a ways to go. I'm incredibly salty. # production. It's fine. I think I'm about to get mad. Nah, Bingle, it's good. Yeah, so characters are still in 22nd, but definitely now a bit more manageable gap, I believe. Yeah, nah, they only won 10 points basically on the 16th. Mecha Spider in 21st now. Actually, I still have the screenshot of the standings how they were before, so let's compare with that. Mecha Spider definitely fell down from 19th to 21st. Scott Matthews went down hard. They were in 13th, now 20th. Now pretty far back from the actual saving line. They were from the pack that was kind of fighting for the line in the lead of that. Now in the very back of it, Super Bingle down to 19th as well. They were above the line, now in the back of it, but they are still pretty close. Cheryl Mirdo making a huge leap now in 18th, in a pretty good position to still make it. Just the last name also making up a spot, and now 4 points behind the line, but at least in a very good position to still make it. Chiquito Milka now on top, previously on 17th, now on 16th. Alana Bodell falling down a bit, 1 spot now in 15th. Definitely in danger of not making the cut. Vitzimido, really bad race for him, now also in high danger. Brian Henderson, a car that I thought is definitely going to make it to the top 16, now in quite danger as well. Winfrey Schrock making quite a bit of a leap from 15th up to 12th. Very important for him as well. Giving him a bit of a better shot at staying in. Ababa making the biggest leap of the day from 20th to 11th. Of course, the saying, people who are predicted dead are living the longest. I don't know, that's a saying in German, I don't know if it translates well. Now in 11th, really good position for them to be in, to be completely honest. Jeff Cake in 10th, didn't change their position at all. Joseph Peter Pinkelman now in 9th. Cornwell, Raven Cornwell up to 5th from 8th. So that's really good for them. By far the best Abigail Hill car now. Jess Cranston fell down quite a bit from 5th to 8th. Of course, that crash didn't really help them. Godful in 7th, still in 7th. Noah Niola stays in 6th as well. Spin Mix Zoom Zoom now is still in 4th. Now in a bit closer to the leader, and now we actually have a fight for the championship going on. Jane Sen in 3rd still, but only 50 points down from the leader, Aventus Flowerchild, who used to be 130 points in front of Jane Sen. So it actually gets really tight now in the top 3. Fastboy only 30 points down. So we thought it's going to be a really dominant reign from Aventus Flowerchild, but this one race at Indianapolis definitely changed the